Hello, welcome to another how-to guide using Rolemaster Classic on Fantasy Grounds Classic using Dakadin's updated rule set. This time I'm going to talk about items. To launch that, you just go to the sidebar, click on the items icon. That will give you a list of icons. They're in groups, so this is showing all groups. We have different modules, you can choose them all from here. So we've got arms law, character law and fantasy law for all the ones here. You can see the ones that belong to character law, but I could choose the arms law ones. But let's do all of them. You have a standard slider bar down the side. Remember, you can use the control key and the left-hand mouse button to resize the window if you need to. You can use the Iron Crown icon to get more information about the item. So you have the description, where it comes from. Then down here you can go through all the different pages. So standard stuff, go by page, go to the last page, go back to the first page. Simple things. Here you can search for things. So say for example you're looking for a shield, go and find your shields. This one is if you're sharing anything. If your players have all these modules loaded, they'll see all the items, but you can restrict that if you wanted to. So in the library, you go to modules, and you could say that character law, player load blocked, so they can't see anything. So they won't be able to see any of those items. So you want them to see those items, you'll have to right-hand click and share it with them. Then you'll get a little P for public, and they can toggle this using the all or share to see what's been shared with the players and what hasn't been. Right-hand click, stop sharing. Here you've got your different types of items, all the different categories for them. Just choose which ones you want, so you want all the shields. How to use items? Well, simply put, just open up a character, load it up, open the inventory. Want aloe herb in there, just drag to the inventory, let go, they've got it. Simple as that. Just going to delete that. You can also add these to parcels. Hopefully you've seen the previous video on that. So go to your parcels, open up the parcel, stick what you want in there. Remember as well, you can be in the equipment inventory tab, just right hand click and say add new, and you can then add an item from there. But we're going to be doing it from the item dialog box today. Now say you want to make your own version of chainmail, say AT16. If you click on that, it brings it a bit closer so you can see it. Look, if I try and unlock it, it's read only, you can't do that. So you need to make your own copy of this. So let's move that out of the side. Hold the mouse button down, pull out the Iron Crown icon, let go, and you'll notice there's no group associated with this. So this is uncategorized now. And it's your own version. So you can click on this, and now you can unlock that. Now we're going to need that later on, so I'm just going to leave that. So to create a new item, you can just right hand click and add new, or you can go to the brown twisty, get the green icon and just add one from there. And this will give you this dialog box up. So this first one here is the name of the item when it's been identified. Name of ID'd item. If it hasn't been identified, this is what it is. What was this? I don't know. A wooden stick. Can't type today. And then if they still haven't identified it, what does it look like? Normally old stick. What is it though? Well, it's a weapon. A thrown weapon. And this field here is when it's been identified, what are the notes for this? So you could say, oh, it's a plus 15 straight boomerang. And that's the general item information. I'll use these to collapse everything. And you'll see all of these different categories. Obviously they're more relevant depending on what item it is you're talking about. So armour information, if it's armour, will be good. We're not going to be worried that much about the herb information if it's not herb. Let's take you through these then. What armour type is it? What defensive bonus does it give you? What are the armour penalties? The minimum moving manoeuvre penalty? The maximum moving manoeuvre penalty? The missile penalty, the quickness penalty. What skill are you using to move this? Is it chain, plate, whatever? And then what protection does it give you around the head, the face, the neck, the torso, arm protection? Is it none? Metal? Leather? That's your armour stuff. If it was a shield, just two things to worry about there. What bonuses does it give you to melee? What bonuses does it give you to missile? To take those off attacks, I should say. Weapon information. What's the fumble range? What weapon bonus does it give you? What's the offensive bonus that it gives you? What's the hits multiplier? What attack table does it use? What rank does that give you? What's the critical table for that? Is it just the normal default? Is there alternative criticals? If it is alternative criticals, what are those tables? Is there any kind of modification to the OB for those tables? Choose 3 of those. Does it give an additional critical? What critical does it give? Is there any kind of severity levels for that? Remember, severity levels 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on small, medium, large, etc. If it's a ranged item, what distance are they? What modifiers does it give? Is there any adjustments versus armor types? If it's a magic item information, what realm? What spell adder is it? What multiplier for power points is it? Are there any maximum charges? Is there a maximum level in there? What's the composition of it? How is it used? Herb? What's the effect type? What codes? What's the form? So most of these here, for the herb information, transport, magic items, you can get that directly from the relevant tables. It's probably better if I show you some of these side by side at some point. So let's do that. Let's get you an example of each of these. So I'm going to go to all, and I'm going to go to different types here. Get a base spell item, for example. One-handed daily. So we haven't set the realm on this, or no spell adder because it's a daily item, but there are some max charges. A daily item, daily number, daily 4, 6, whatever. Maximum level, what composition is it made of, and how do we use it. For a herb, what's the effect type? What codes is it? How do you perform? Sorry, what form does it take, and how do you prepare it? Transport, again, straight from the tables. How many feet per turn? Miles per hour? What's the movement bonus? What's the height and weight of it? How much can it carry as for transportation? And is there any offensive bonus that you can use for this particular creature? So, for example, a warhorse would have an OB. These are all taken straight from the tables. Then you've got your general information. Generally the cost of it, which is the main thing you probably use, but it does break it down. What weight is it? How long is it? What strength is it? What's the breakage factor in case you use those kind of rules? Is it broken? 0, it's not broken. Any other number, it is broken. How long does it take to produce? What's the size of it? What's the base cost multiplier? What value is it? And then all that together will give you a total value. I think this is all from Spell Law at some point. I don't really use those, so I'm not an expert on those kind of things. But again, that's all in the Rolemaster book, so you can take that all from there if you're a better person than I knows that kind of stuff. And then finally, we've got the extraordinary spell casting failure. So how much organic weight's in there, living or non-living? What about inorganic weight, metals, for example? And is there any modifications to somebody's spell casting roll? So if they're wearing metal armour and they're a channeling user, I imagine there's going to be some negative there. And then for helmets as well. And we can show you examples of that as well. So if we go and get some piece of armour, get some half plate, for example. Look at the ES stuff for here. Inorganic weight, 70. Essence armor modifications, minus 75. Channeling armor modifications, minus 60. So you can fill it all in from there. Let's go and make a couple of items. So first of all, let's make a completely overpowered composite bow. So to do that, I'm going to go and get myself a comp bow. So a comp. Make my own copy of it. And let's fire it up and start changing some of the stuff. So in we go, unlock it. So when they get this, they finally, it's a bow of OP. But to them it just looks like a comp bow. Has go faster stripes. Yeah, it's a missile weapon. Now, when they do identify it, what are we going to do for this? Let's say it's plus 20 OB, extra range, damages, skin, Sleighs. Alpacas. Not alpacas. How dare they. Sleighs llamas. Does an impact crit. And does ×3 damage. I mean, why would you ever give this to a player? That's ridiculous. So let's close all this. So it's mainly going to be the weapon information by the looks of it. So weapon information. Fumble 4. Yeah, weapon bonus is 20. Gets multiplier was 3. Attack table is a composite bow. Alternative critical. Yeah, maybe it will do an alternative critical. Maybe if it's attacking a llama, you get your chance to roll the large creatures and then go to the slaying table. And then it will do a extra impact critical, I think it was. So impact critical ×3, slays llamas, damages skin, okay. We haven't got to that bit yet, we've got to the range modifiers. So let's say that within 20 it does 25, within 200 it's 0, then 400 it's -35, and then 600 -55. And versus armor type 1 to 4, it is +20. Is that it all? Extra range, damages skin, slays llamas, integral. So there we go. So there we go. That's our overpowered weapon. Not identify. Lock it up. Ready for somebody to use now. We go to uncategorize. There we go. The bow of OP's there. Let's make some armor. So let's base it off this chain hauberk. It's a chain hauberk. Boring name. Lamellar scale. Oh, you're so funny. Kill me now. Right, non-identified name. Supple plate armor. Made of bendy but strong plates of metal. Well, it is a long coat that covers arms and legs. Also, +20 dB. Human skin. Chest piece. Wears as chain. Protects as AT20. Oh, nice. So how are we going to do that? Well, first of all, armor type's not 16 anymore. It's 20. Defensive bonus was 20. Armor penalties, well, they're taken straight from chain and it's going to wear as chain, but we could always change that. We wanted to wear as plate or wear as rigid leather. Mess around with any of these if we wanted to. And the torso protection is metal, but there's actually no protection there. And that's your Lamellar scale. Get rid of that. Let's get a daily item. So I'm going to go down here to not uncategorize, I'm going to go to all. And I can search for it here and look around for daily items, but there's one right there. One hand daily item. Let's have that one. Drag it, drop it to get a copy of it. Go into uncategorized. Unlock it. So one handed daily item. It's a bit generic, so why not we just keep that there? Because I want to copy from it in a minute, but I'm actually going to make it as a shield, as a daily item. We also make that as a PowerPoint item. So there is no uncategorized shields, but there are shields. We need to make a copy of it. So let's use this target shield. So I'm just going to refer to this so I can copy from it. So the type is a shield, but no, it's a base spell, but it's going to be a shield. And it's a shield of escape. Shield of escape. It's just a target shield with pick of door on it. So it looks like a target shield, but when the notes of it's got a target shield with a pick of a door on it. Type shield. That's okay. It's not armor. We can mess around with the shield information here, but we're not because it's more magical here. Let's collapse everything then and just go down to the magic item information. Realm, it's an essence shield, and it is a +2 spell adder and a ×2 multiplier as well. I'm going to scroll down here because I always forget this. It'll tell me right here. Max charges. Okay, well this is going to be a daily 6. Max level's 10. Though the max level here actually for the spells it's going to use here is a 3. Composition, let's say it's leather. Use. I'm going to copy and paste that. Hand touch look. And there's nowhere else really to set what it does, so I'm going to go back into here to when it's identified and say once daily leaving, that's level 3, landing, that's level 2, and leaping, I hope we got that right, it's level 1. So that's a level 3 spell, 2 spell 1, that means it's a daily 6. We'll just put daily 6. There you go, got kick-ass shield of escape now. Clear that away. So, I'm going to remove that, clear things up, and that. There's our 3 items that we've made. If it was just a mundane item like a picklock, there's no way to influence a skill at the moment, so pick. Grab the lockpick, drag it, drop it, make a copy, and categorized lockpick kit. Open it up, bring it in here, unlock it. Non-ID name. There's a lockpick. There's a lockpick kit. But actually, this one, when you identify it, is a plus 20 bonus. And then really, you might want to change around with any of the cost items here. Maybe rather than 2 SP, it's 2 GP. Any other bits and bobs you want to mess around with. We'll call this a superior lockpick kit. Lock that up, unidentify. In fact, most of them aren't identified, I'm afraid. So bow and OP, unidentified. Lemuria scale, unidentified. Shield of escape, unidentified. And that's been unidentified. Far up our characters. Bob. Inventory. Give him the bow of OP. Give him the scale, give him the shield, give him the superior lockpick kit. No love for Virula this time. Actually, let's give Vera some love. Let's not give him the shield because she can have the shield of escape. That's the target shield. So right hand click, delete, go to Virula. There you go, Virula. You can have the shield of escape. And now we go to her combat tab. And go down where it says necklace times 2 plus 2. Drop that down. Look, you've now got the shield of escape because it's picked up that that's also got some magic stuff going on with it. And if we were then to identify that for her, target shield, identify it for her. It's now a shield of escape. When they look at it, they can see all of this now. Let's have a look at Bob. There was the composite bow, wasn't it? Was this the one? Identify it for him. The bow of OP now. Look at all this stuff that's going on. Go to the combat tab. Bow of OP. Associate a skill with it. Composite bow. Now I've got a composite bow, bow of OP. And let's identify the armour, which is a supple plate armour. Click that, identify it for them. And then go to combat tab and I can equip that. Look at here for the defensive bonus. Got a plus 10 defensive bonus from the chain shirt and greaves at the moment and armour type of 14. And all this movement penalty. So I equip this now. Armour type 20. That's gone up. And this has all changed. Also look, the torso now shows no protection. All looks good. That should be enough for you guys. Happy gaming. Catch you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.